Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's very exciting set of games for our UW Esports Game of the Week. Tonight, we're going to be bringing you a live match from our UW Varsity Rocket League team as they play in the AVGL Collegiate Playoff Tournament. They had a bye for their first round here, but they're going to be kicking off their first couple of games of the tournament against Oregon State, their varsity team. And that's going to be their start out for this tournament. They've been undefeated in the league so far, and we're excited to see how they perform. As you all know, our esports program seeks to build and foster a community, open doors to the vast career opportunities in the field of gaming, and promote the virtues of healthy competition. Through esports, we are able to communicate with one another, forming and developing digital communities that are so very necessary in the challenging times we are facing right now. We hope that you enjoy being a part of our community, and we invite you to get more involved with us. You can follow us here or on our UW Esports Discord server, which you can get from Nightbot in our Twitch chat, as well as on our social channels at U of WA Esports. Now, to introduce ourselves for the night, I'm Caleb, or Hydra K9. I'm going to be one of your casters for the night, and I'm currently a sophomore at the University of Washington.
My name is Kaz, also known as Vin, and I will be your second caster for tonight. This is my first year at the University of Washington.
It's going to be really exciting as this is one of our first full live matches, I believe, for this school year. We haven't had one in a very long time, so it's going to be really exciting to get to watch these guys play live and not have any pre-recorded matches or anything like that. Especially when they've been performing so well in the league, going undefeated so far, and I think they're going to be really competitive in this tournament. We're going to see them go pretty far through it.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting going into this as the number one seed. I believe they're the only team to be undefeated. So it's looking like it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a lot of high pressure since this is a single elimination, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of high pressure, a lot of high quality gameplay. Like it's going to be good.
Yeah, now this isn't the first tournament that our boys in purple have played in so far, so I think that they probably have the nerves and the mental under control here. I'd be interested to kind of get their perspective on it, but I don't think that we're going to be able to do that tonight. But it definitely is interesting. They don't play in a lot of I guess tournament matches. They played in AVGL so far, but it's a whole different mentality when you're going into like a live tournament play, especially single elim. It's definitely a lot more nerve wracking.
Yeah, it's gonna be just so much stress. It's gonna be a lot of stress for these guys. A lot's gonna be put on their mental, and if they keep winning games, it's just gonna wear them down even more. This dine is definitely gonna be a test of endurance as well as all the other things that come with playing Rocket League, like a mechanical skill and game knowledge. It's all going to be really interesting to see.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's definitely very different when you go from playing these single matches. We know UW can beat every team in the league because they've done it. They've gone undefeated. We know that they can do it. So it's just a matter of them keeping that focus, keeping that mental, and kind of performing as we know they can.
And keeping that in mind, we definitely got to see obviously they've played every other team, they've beaten every other team, but we've got to see if UW can really adapt to their new play styles. Hopefully, the teams that have played UW and have lost before have learned from their mistakes and can move forward in a better way.
Yeah, definitely. And there were definitely a lot of very close series with UW in the league play. Lots of very nerve-wracking and exciting game fives from them that were definitely very interesting to watch. So it'll be interesting to see if those teams that they were already so neck and neck with can bring out a bit more competition or possibly perform a bit better in the live scenario and really bring in the I guess the pressure for UW and force them to play their best.
Yeah. Just like we were saying, just a lot of high stakes this game. It's going to be a whole lot of pressure. I mean, this is it. As soon as they lose one game, they're out of the tournament. So it's definitely going to be, a test to see how far UW can withstand all these different teams.
Yeah, I definitely think that they have it under control here. I mean, we've seen them perform so well. Wizard, Vixie, and Whale have been playing very, very well so far. All of them not only balancing school with esports, but balancing time to get in practice, get in scrims, and all of that stuff. It's really impressive from our collegiate players and from other colleges as well. I mean, these players have time to dedicate to practice their not only their hobby but also to put in and get the time in for school and things like that, which is so impressive, especially when they're as good as they are. Because I don't think I could be that good and also balance school.
Yeah, it definitely is really amazing to see that these guys are they are the number one seed, and keeping in balance all the other things that they do probably in their lives. I don't know personally, but I mean, it's got to be really stressful. But to be able to still accomplish this is amazing.
Yeah, definitely is. And I think we're getting close to kicking off the first game here. We're going to be giving it a couple minutes for all of the players to get into the lobby here as we get to spectate our first live match of the year, which is really exciting for me. I have not gotten to cast over live gameplay in a very long time, so it'll be fun, a new experience for me this year. Have you gotten to cast any live games yet?
Nah, I have not so far. So this is gonna be it's a pretty exciting new experience, and it looks like we are getting ready to start kickoff here. So let's get into it.
Yeah, I think we should hop over here. Already a decent kickoff here. We've got UW in orange, for those of you watching, and we've got Oregon State University in blue here as Wizard takes the ball out of the corner. Putting that ball high, Vixie with a nice touch out, and Whale with a bit of a whiff there. Definitely not unexpected in the first couple of minutes of the match here, as these players are going to be shaking off any nerves or anything like that that they had going into this. Vixie with a nice 50 there, but it's played out by Yo-Yo. Wizard with a good 50 there. Whale playing the ball into the corner. Another good 50 plays that ball out for Oregon State, and they are now on the offensive. What are you seeing here, Vin, that UW is doing so different here? It looks like they're playing a bit more timid in the first minute here. I want to get your opinion on that.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that they did have a bye their first match, and I believe these players have already played. Um, I'm not exactly sure, but I believe they have. So they're probably a little bit more warmed up than UW, and so I think UW right now is just trying to get the jitters out, get the feel of the game. How is Oregon State playing, and what do they need to do to adapt to this? Um, it seems like they're doing a pretty all right job right now, but with more whiffs and double commits, it could spell a lot of trouble.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. As UW looks like he's going to take the offensive here. Vixie with the ball on the wall in the corner. Playing this out, a good choice there not to take that 50 and instead let Yo-Yo play it out as Whale takes it into the air. Vixie plays that ball high, forcing the boost usage, but a good play downfield as Wizard intercepts. A shot opportunity here as a double comes in. A nice shot there from Private, kicking it off for the first goal for Oregon State here and putting UW down 1 with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, Oregon is having some really good positioning in this game so far, and UW's kind of playing into that. So they need to be able to adapt and get the ball around these players and try not to play it into them so much. Because if it just leads to one Oregon State player, then that means another UW player is going to have to commit from a place that he shouldn't be committing or isn't a really good spot. Um, that's a really good demo, and that's a goal.
Already we're kicking it off here and getting the game started 1-1, tying it up. A good way to start out this first game, showing the back and forth between these two teams. UW with a decent kickoff here as Whale goes up for this one. Playing it to center. Vixie with a shot opportunity here, playing that one in, but saved by Private as Wizard takes another one, and G plays that out. Just a barrage of shots off of the backboard and into the net from UW here, putting OSU on the defensive. UW back on the defensive here as Wizard plays this one into the corner. Bit of a whiff there as Vixie plays it off the wall, and Whale with a nice redirect here. Opportunity off the backboard, but not enough boost to make it happen. Wizard with a good choice there to back off, let Whale take the last man position, go back for boost. Yo-Yo carries this out of OSU's half, and UW is back on the defensive.
UW's doing a really nice job of controlling this ball right now. They're, like I was saying earlier, like they're not playing it into OS as much as they were a while ago. Doing a much better job of just controlling the ball and making sure to hit the ball where the players are.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think that both teams have a decent control right now. It is a lot of back and forth, though, so I think these 50s are definitely turning into pinches more often than I normally see. That's definitely just a bit of, I guess, off chance and luck there, but the ball is making its way back and forth quite a bit. And both teams are doing a good job of making recoveries. As I say that, Vixie plays a nice one to the bottom left corner. No OSU defenders on that one. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, as it looks like Yo-Yo cut that rotation and put G in a weird spot. And Vixie was able to capitalize there.
Yeah, it was just a really odd place for the OS defenders to be. I don't think that it was necessarily a bad cut, but it definitely needs to be a lot better communication when trying to go for something like that in order to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I definitely think that would have worked out a little bit better if G was just playing a bit further off of that. Playing a little bit close, and I think that, like you said, that comes down to communication. If either one of them had communicated what they were going for there, it probably would have worked out a little bit better. But now that puts UW up a goal with 30 seconds left. There's definitely time for OSU to bring this one back. As I say that, a dangerous ball floats in front of net. Well, almost own goals that one, but definitely able to recover and make that one out. There's another shot opportunity here, blocked off by Wizard. As I say that, G puts one in to tie it up, 2-2. With 14 seconds left, it looks like we might see some overtime in game one here.
Yeah, this was just an onslaught of shots. I mean, OS was just keeping an amazing rotation on offense, just continuously attacking over and over again, and UW just couldn't get the position nor the ball out of their half.
Another shot there from G, played out by Wizard. An opportunity here with 5 seconds left. Can they keep the ball up long enough to put the ball in the net? Yo-Yo plays this one downfield, a dangerous spot for UW as Vixie plays that one down. That was very scary to say the least. A bit of a whiff there, but I don't know if that was intentional or not. It could have been.
I dare say that it probably was intentional. I mean, it drops to the ground, and they just get the reset and they get out of their half. It's just it's a very dangerous but very smart play.
I definitely don't think that if it was intentional, and that's a bit of a big if, but it's definitely not something that OSU would expect.
Sure.
And I think that is exactly why it would work out and why it did, is that they just really did not expect a miss there, and that allows that ball to drop and get that reset, like you said. UW in a nice position here as Vixie goes up for that one. G with a good speed there and intercepting that one in the air. Whale with the ball off the backboard as Private plays this one out. Vixie with a nice touch there as Whale intercepts. Ball floats above the backboard. Vixie with a redirect here. Private Boy playing that one off, but a very close opportunity as Whale takes another shot here high. A nice save there from OSU, but is it enough as the ball keeps pounding off the backboard? It is not, as Vixie plays that one in and brings the score up 3-2, winning game one for UW.
Wow, that was superb offense. I mean, the shots on net, I mean, it's not hard to, I mean, it's not easy to constantly be that accurate from those angles. I mean, we saw Whale take that shot on net, and that was absolutely necessary for them to, in order to clear up the net, in order for them to clear up the defense. And then the play onto the backboard to pass it to Vixie, I believe it was, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that it was just perfect. And there's almost nothing you can do as OSU if you're going up against that.
that's a really tough spot to be in if you're OSU. And the fact that they lasted that long was very impressive. They made like 2 or 3 amazing saves there at the end, and it just wasn't enough as that ball kept bouncing off the backboard. But I mean, very impressive play from both teams. It was a very good game one, and I think we saw UW warm up a bit towards the end there and kind of put on that offensive pressure that we're used to seeing from them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really, really even game right now, but UW's definitely looking more confident in the end, I think. And yeah, I mean, it was a really even game. I think I'm looking at it right now. There's 4 saves for UW, and then 8 shots for UW as well, and then I think 5 saves and 9 shots from OSU. So almost exactly even.
Yeah, I think with that we get into game 2 here. UW had the momentum there coming out of that game 1, and I think that they definitely have the ability to carry that momentum. We see them kind of roll when they get that offensive pressure, and hopefully they're able to continue that in game 2 here. Ball bouncing in front of net. Wizard putting that one on, but Private playing that out to Yo-Yo, who plays it downfield. And an open net from UW here as the ball is skied over the backboard. Unlucky there. Wizard plays that out. Vixie plays that. A nice 50 there coming out from OSU. Giving them the opportunity here as a shot just missed in front of net. And Whale has the opportunity to take this out of half. Whale with a good 50 in the air. Vixie playing the redirect there, not able to get around that one, but it does lead to a good pass to Wizard there. Ball in front of OSU's net. Carrying this one out of their half, but Wizard intercepts. Definitely very back and forth here. The ball not spending too much time on either half, but it does look like UW has the offensive pressure here.
I think that both teams, yeah, they are definitely equal. I do think that OSU...
There, but Vixie intercepts that one from behind.
Dangerous opportunity there as I was talking, but I think OSU definitely has had more shot opportunities. UW is getting it to the other side of the field, but as far as actual on-net opportunities, it's really slim right now. It kind of just looks like they're just hitting the ball and it's not really going for the UW.
Yeah, it does seem like they are, as I say that, Wizard puts that one on, but Private Boy's able to get back on the rotation. So close there. This one placed in the corner. Vixie with a nice touch there. Bit of a mechanical mistake there, leaving the ball bouncing in the corner. Wizard's able to get the 50. Boyle plays this one out. The ball is spending a lot of time in UW's corner here as it bounces over their backboard. Vixie getting up to this one. No OSU players on that ball. With a good clear to the side. The Whale touches this one and passes it out. Ball off backboard. Vixie with a shot. I am not 100% sure what happened there. It looks like Vixie came off of the double touch and it just happened to hit Whale.
Wow. What a
Whale
shot.
with the, Whale with the finishing touch in there. I would call it luck, but I'm going to go with skill. Definitely intentional there as Whale finishes that one off and brings the score up 1-0 in game 2 of this best of 5 series. Whale with another shot there, bringing it up 2-0. Wow, it definitely just turned around. It was so close for the first 3 minutes, and now it looks like UW has earned their first insurance goal of this game.
UW's doing a really nice job of capitalizing on OSU's mistakes. Like, anytime a single person on OSU makes a mistake, it's instantly in OSU's half, and it's on the backboard, and then there's a shot opportunity just like that. I mean, it's got to be really intense for OSU right now.
Yeah, they definitely have to do a bit of work here to bring this one back. 2 minutes, though, to score 2 goals is definitely doable, especially if they play like they had been for Game 1 and for the first bit of Game 2 here. It's definitely possible as this ball floats in UW's mid. Dixie with the dribble here. Using that jump to maintain eyesight on that player and getting 2 demos here, opening up that defense and putting OSU in a very tough position. But they aren't able to capitalize as Whale played this one out. G with a good intercept there. Dixie plays to corner. Good touch there from Wizard, an open net. Dixie with a nice little dribble there. And he's able to play that around the last OSU defender, bringing the score up 3-0. Very tough spot to be in if you're OSU.
Yeah, OSU is looking really awkward right now. We saw for the first game and the first 3 minutes of this game, they're really solid, making good rotations. But right now, it seems like they're off put by just a little bit, and it's making them miss challenges that they should be hitting, and leads to them just getting scored.
Yeah, I definitely think that they need a bit of a mental reset here, as they, like you said, are scrambling a bit awkward. And I think that this game here is a bit said and done, as we've got a minute left with UW up 3. But in Game 3 here, as Whale puts on another one, just off frame there, but very good placement. This could be one for OSU, but it's cleared out by Whale. But as I was saying, hopefully they bring back the mental, take the break in between games, that they get the small little bit of time to talk this out, try and figure out what's going wrong here and bring it back to be a bit more competitive in Game 3.
Yeah, it definitely shows just how intense this tournament is. I mean, you only have that small amount of break to really reset, and then you're just into the next game and you just gotta go. So hopefully OSU can take what they can from this game and, make sure that it doesn't happen for the second game.
4 seconds left on the clock. Not much that OSU can do here. Possibly one more for UW as the ball is kept up with zeros. Touches ground, and we see Game 2 come to a close with UW up 3-0 against OSU. Not quite the same OSU that we saw from Game 1, or possibly just a much more higher performing UW than we saw. But it definitely was a different set there than we saw before.
Yeah, I definitely think that UW definitely warmed up for sure. Their second game, and it's this much more dominant than the first game. So it definitely goes to show what can happen once the nerves get out the way and they really start playing.
Yeah, really get the ball rolling, if you know what I mean. That was bad. But yeah, they picked up the speed a little bit. Definitely seemed to get a bit more comfortable with each other and with OSU's play style. And I think that led to such a large lead, really capitalizing on mistakes from OSU and bringing out the pressure that we know that they can.
Yeah, hopefully OSU can definitely work on the awkward rotations and work on a better defense and hopefully give it to them on this third game. But as I say that, let's go into it.
It looks like the players are ready to get Game 3 started here as we start the first kickoff. Ball plays high. Bit of a tough spot for UW right out the gate, as the ball bounces in front of net dangerously, but Wizards are able to play that one out. Ball in mid as Vixie takes a bit of a nice touch there. Whale receiving this one in the corner, taking the opportunity to dribble this one out, and beating one OSU player, I should say, as Vixie takes this ball off the back wall. Whale in a tough spot, almost own goaling that one, but it was just the touch that he needed. Play that one out. That was a dangerous ball indeed. Whale up for this one, intercepting, but almost redirecting that one into the net again. 2 close calls from Whale. Whale plays the ball to Vixie. Vixie with a nice redirect there. Both players double committing. This could be the opportunity that UW needs as a pass goes out to Whale.
Yeah, I'm really liking this UW defense. They're making sure to take control of the ball, make sure not to throw it away immediately. They're making sure to just take it and try to control it and get it to another UW player, like we just saw just then. They're just making sure that OSU just doesn't get a free ball and making sure that they can counteract it as much as possible. Counter-attack as much as possible.
Goal line save there from G, taking all the time that was needed to save that one. A very nice clear there as Yo-Yo plays this one out. Whale with an opportunity here as Yo-Yo intercepts. Dangerous spot for OSU. Low boost as the ball is cleared out. Whale with a dribble opportunity here, taking it over 2 players. The Private's there to receive that last one as Vixie gets demoed. An opportunity here as Whale puts that one on, but Wizard accidentally saves it. I'm not sure if that was going in or not, but a bit unfortunate there from UW.
I think it was going in. It was just an accidental save.
It's definitely a tough spot to be in. It's hard to say, you know, whose fault that is. Is it Wizard's fault for being in the wrong spot? Whale's fault for not placing that one a little bit better. But a bit of a squandered opportunity from UW to try and bring the score up here. Definitely a much different OSU than we saw last game.
Yeah, I think that it is a very different OSU. They are doing a lot better. However, UW is really good right now. They're getting a lot more shot opportunities. They're keeping it on OSU's half, and they're just making sure that they just keep the ball to themselves and try to get as many shot opportunities as they can.
Yeah, definitely think that UW's offensive pressure is a bit more aggressive and a bit faster than OSU's has been, but OSU has definitely had their opportunities. Ball holding in mid as G plays one on net. Whale with a good save there. Good communication between Whale and Wizard. 50 there from Vixie playing into the corner. G not able to get a touch on that one, and the ball bounces over their backboard. Wizard plays that one high. Yo-Yo gets the clear to corner, but is it enough as Vixie puts this one on? G with a nice save. Ball out to Wizard. With a bit of a mistouch there, choosing to play off that one, a good choice. To rotate back and intercept that ball on the clear. Not sure what was going on with Vixie there, spinning in front of that ball. Ball in front of UW's net. Wizard able to get the ball out, but a very close opportunity there from G as Wizard plays that to corner.
We're definitely seeing a different strategy for OSU right now. A lot more demo attempts.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that.
Yeah, going on, and they're just trying to get as many UW players as they can out of the game.
Which is definitely a smart choice. I think that it's fair to say that OSU isn't quite as fast as UW, as we've been saying. As I say that, Wizard with a shot there, I think that was a flip reset, but we'll have to see it in the replay. It was, getting that flip reset and using that flip to get that last little nudge into net. A very nice shot, reading that ball off the ceiling to play in the first goal for UW. Shot here, Whale plays this one out. But as I was saying, I think if you're OSU, you're a bit slower than UW. It's definitely a good idea to try and take out as many of their players as you can. As we have 6 seconds left, they have one last opportunity here as the ball in front of UW's net gets played down. Corner bounce, it is still up. Vixie plays the touch, a bit of a miss there. Yo-Yo plays this out. Private playing it up, still up for OSU. They still have an opportunity here as Private plays it downfield. Vixie touches that one down to finish it off. Game 3 comes to a close. And that brings this match set in UW's victory. Very, very close couple of games. The series says otherwise, as we saw UW win all 3 games, but it was definitely close, Rocket League. And you would have to delve a bit deeper into, I guess, the score differential and some of that the shots on net and saves and some of those scores from each of those players, it was definitely much closer than it looks from an outside perspective.
Yeah, it was definitely a good play, a good showing from both teams. We really got to see, UW play their normal game. We got to see them be aggressive and take charge and take the lead in this game. Um, Unfortunately, this time around, OSU really struggled on defense, and UW just counteracted that with their aggressive play.
Yeah, I think in game one we saw OSU kind of coming in hot, coming off of what we assumed to be their last little set there. Um, and they came in warmed up, and UW came in cold, just trying to get a feel for that. And I think we saw OSU perform very well, kind of taking advantage of UW's awkward state there for the first couple of minutes of that game, and then UW brings up the tempo and brings it back. And then I think that from then on, OSU definitely had a bit of trouble reacting to and countering UW's aggressive offense, and I think that we saw that in the score in game two, 3-0 in UW's favor. But I think we saw the best performance from both teams in game three. We saw really aggressive offense from UW and very solid defense as well. And then we saw OSU really bring it back and kind of maintain that mental side of things, not breaking down under that pressure. We saw lots of very nice goal line saves, but it just wasn't enough to get them that win there.
Yeah, unfortunate for OSU. But I think that for UW, I can say for me at least, um, I really like their defensive play. I really like the fact that they decided to, take certain things slow, speed up when they need to, and always try to get it to another one of their own players aside, or making sure that they don't just throw away the ball, because that's especially how you get into those situations where the ball's always on your half and you're always on defense. You start running low on boost, and then you just get scored on. So being able to take the ball and control it, make sure it goes to the right place, goes where you want it to go, is really essential. And I think that was really highlighted in the game, or in this game from UW.
Yeah, I think so too. Uh, I think with that we saw a really good performance from UW. We saw a really good performance from OSU, but UW still remaining undefeated here, coming out of that set. We're going to go to a little bit of a break here as we come back for our next set of games in this AVGL Collegiate Tournament. They're going to be around 6:30, but make sure you stick around and join us for our next set of games as we watch UW progress through this tournament.